Hey drawing friends, welcome back to Joss's Kids Draw. I'm Joss and today I'm going to teach you how to draw, color, and shade a confetti emoji. Now, I thought this would be fun because it's 2021 now and it's a new year and usually you have celebrations and confetti means celebrate. But this would be fun to draw for any celebrations any time of the year. So, for this, you'll need some paper, something to draw with, and something to color with, but anything will work. I'll be using some computer paper to draw on, an ultrafine point Sharpie to draw with, and some Ohuhu markers to color with. Now, before we begin, let's do a challenge. You have 5 seconds to press the thumbs up button and the subscribe button down below with your thumb. Are you ready? Good. Let's do this. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Did you do it? I hope you did. Now let's get to drawing. Have your drawing supplies ready yet? Make sure you pause the video and go get them. Also, make sure you have something underneath your drawing so that you don't get anything on your table. Now, I also have my paper taped to my table so that it doesn't move around while I'm showing you what to do, but you definitely don't have to do that. So first, I'm going to take the lid off my Sharpie so that I can be ready to draw. And first, I'm going to draw a little U shape in the bottom, like so. This is going to be the bottom of the confetti popper. Now, I'm going to go on the left side of that. I'm going to continue the line out, but slowly getting further away, like so. Good. Now I'm going to do that on the other side too. I'm going to redo this side a little bit because my marker was dying. There we go. Now, to connect the top, I'm going to take a curved line across. Good. Now, I'm going to do the purple stripes on our cup here. So, I'm going to start a little bit further away from the top and draw a line that's at the same curve as this top line here. Now I'm going to go a little further down and do the same thing. Now I'm going to make a little gap here and draw another curved line and another one right there. Now I'm going to do one more stripe, curved line, and then another curved line at the bottom. So that is how you do the stripes on the cup. Now remember, if I ever go too fast, you can always pause the video, do the step, and then press play once you're ready. Now, it's time for my favorite part, which is drawing the confetti. So, coming out of the cup here, I'm going to draw a line that curves up to the left. Now, I'm going to go at the end of that. I'm going to draw a little curved line. And I'm going to continue that so that it continues and matches the one we just drew. And that's going to be a piece of confetti. Now I'm going to draw another piece of confetti coming out of this cup. So I'm going to draw a curved line up, and this time it's going to go to the right. Once again, I'm going to do a little curve and then follow the same line back in. Great. Now I'm going to finish off the cup and we're going to do some overlapping for this. So I'm going to draw a little straight line like that on both ends to start it off. And now I'm going to curve. And now I'm going to stop. Now I'm going to pretend that this line keeps going, past this and then comes out at the other end. I'm going to do that here too. I'm going to stop. I'm going to pretend it keeps going, and then I'm going to draw it and curve it back in. And that is overlapping. So overlapping is when something is in front of something else, so you can't see the whole thing. Now, on to more confetti. I'm going to start with these little swirl confettis, or that's what I like to call them. So I'm going to draw a little curve like that. Now I'm going to draw a curve the opposite way. I'm going to draw another curve and one final curve going this way. So it's like a little squiggly or hill line. And then I'm going to do a curve at the end and then follow that exact same line, but keeping a little distance away from it. Now it can get thicker at some points or thinner, however you want, because it's confetti. And that's one confetti. Now I'm going to do another piece over here, the exact same. So I'm going to start by drawing a little curved line, and then a line that curves the opposite way, another curve, and finally one more to finish it off. Until it looks like confetti, I'm going to make it a little more 3D. I'm going to draw a curve at the end and follow the exact same line, keeping a distance away. I'm going to make it get thinner and thicker as I go. Now, finally, we're going to do some square confetti, which are just going to be like little pieces of confetti. So, I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to draw a little L shape. And then I'm going to draw an upside down L to connect. Now I'm going to do the same up here. An L shape, then an upside down L to connect. I'm going to do one over here too. L, L to connect, to over here. L, L to connect. Now you can do these wherever you want, and you can add more spiral confettis. You could even do more coming out of the cup, but this is how I'm doing mine. So I'm going to do another square here, so an L on top, and I'm going to do 6 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is how you draw a confetti emoji. Now you can always add more confetti or more stripes if you'd like, but I'm going to leave it like this. Now, I'm going to color in mine, but you don't have to if you don't want. And you can always color in yours a different way. But I'm going to go on color. So first, I'm going to be using 33 or melon yellow. And if you don't have Ohuhu markers, this is sort of like a dark yellow. So, if you're going to be doing the shading later on, then this is a very important step. If you're not doing the shading, then you don't have to worry about what I'm about to show you. So, for those of you doing the shading, at the bottom, you're going to draw a little triangle. And then you're going to pretend that that triangle keeps getting bigger through, and continue that diagonal line. I'm going to do that on this side too, pretend it keeps going, and then draw a line. And I'm going to do that here. Skip that stripe, but make sure it keeps going wider for here too. Now finally, I'm going to skip this one and finish it off at the top. Now, using this color, I'm going to be coloring in these stripes here, except for this middle section that we just drew, because I'm going to color that in a different color later on. Then I'm also going to color in this part of the cup, except for the confetti coming out. I will be fast forwarding this, so if you'd like to color it in the same way as I did, make sure you pause the video and color at your own pace. Now, you may notice as this video goes on that this color looks lighter or darker because Ohuhu markers do change the color a very slight bit after they dry, just so you're aware. Now, I'm going to go in with 12 or coral red, and I'm going to color in a couple the confetti pieces. So I'm going to color in this one here. I'm going to color in this squiggly one, this little square one, and this square one over here. Now once again, I will be fast forwarding this, so if you'd like to color yours in, make sure you pause the video and color in at your own pace. Here we go. Now I'm going to take 83 or lavender. I'm going to color in these 3 stripes here that we did earlier on the cone. So, once again, I will be fast forwarding this, so you can always pause the video and do the coloring at your own pace. There we go. Now, I'm going to color in some more confetti using 74 or brilliant blue, which is actually one of my favorite colors. So, I'm going to be coloring in this one here that is coming out of our little popper. This swirly one or squiggly one over here. I'm going to color in this square one, this square one, and this square one. But I think it'd be cool if you colored in your confetti all sorts of colors. But you can also color it in this way. Confetti is all sorts of colors. So, yeah, I'm going to fast forward this, and you can pause the video and do it at your own pace. Now, I did forget to mention earlier that you may see me start to color in something and then stop and then color it in later. That is because the Ohuhu markers actually are double-ended. So one end is a fine point and one end is a broad point. So sometimes I like to color it in with the fine point and then finish with the broad point, just so you know. Now I'm going to color in more confetti using 17 or pastel pink. I also really love this color. I love all the colors that I'm using today. So I'm going to be coloring in this piece of confetti here and this one up here. I won't fast forward this because it will only take a second because I'm only coloring in 2 little pieces. Perfect. Now I'm going to be using 23 or orange, and I'm going to be coloring in 2 pieces of confetti again. So I'm going to be coloring in this one and this one here. Now I'm going to go in with 45 and I'm going to color in the last 2 remaining yellow or confetti, sorry. And there we go. That is how you draw and color in a confetti emoji. Now, I do still have this white streak here because I will be coloring that in during the shading section. So, you can stop here and I'm sure it would look amazing. But if you want, there's some extra steps you can do for shading. So, let's go into that. So, now that we're on to shading, I'm going to start by coloring in this white section here, which I left because it's going to be a highlight or a spot that the light hits more so that it looks lighter. So I'm going to be going over that white space with 37 or pastel yellow. Now I won't be fast forwarding any of my shading because I want you to see in real time what I'm doing because I find it easier when it comes to shading. So I'm just going to be coloring in these little sections here. And you can always do part of the shading and not all of the shading. If you find some harder than others, then you don't have to do all of the shading. You can just do some of it, and that is completely fine. Now I'm going to go in with 31 or dark yellow to shade the rest of the popper or the cup, whatever you want to call it. So I'm going to be going along the edge here so that it looks 3D-ish. And I'm not going to go over the purple part because this isn't a purple color, so it wouldn't look quite right. And I'm going to go over the first two sections on this side, but not the top two. I'm also going to do a little curve here and color in behind that curve so that it looks like it's dark in there and it's 3D and it's an actual like caved in part. I'm also going to go in beside these pieces of confetti here so that they look like they're in front of the cone. I'm also going to go on this side of that. There you go. Now you have the cup or the cone shaded. And to finish off the shading of the cone, I am going to be going in with 82 or light violet. And I'm going to color in this edge here up until this highlight point, just to emphasize that that part is highlighted, this part is shaded. So I'm going to draw a little line. Oh, that's where it is. And then I'm going to color in beyond that. Just like that. Now it's already starting to look a lot more 3D than when we started, which I find is really cool. So now I'm going to be shading in the confetti, which is one of my favorite parts because I love the confetti so much. I don't know, I've said that a lot of times already in this video, but I really do love it. So I am going to be going in with 3 or rose red, and I'm going to be shading in some of our red confetti pieces here. So I'm going to start by going along this edge here and this edge here, and then I'm also going to do the top of here. So you can sort of shade in the confetti however you think it lays. If you think one part is on top of the other, you can add a shadow there. If you think that this part is behind, then you can add a shadow there. It's really however you see it. So I'm just going to put in a couple shadows there and leave it like that because I don't want to make it too detailed because I still want it to be a little cartoony because that is the style I love to draw in. And I'm just going to do a little line of shading there on that red confetti. So now I'm going to go in with 70 or royal blue, another one of my favorite colors because blue is my favorite color ever. So I'm going to go right here and draw a little line and color in below that. I'm also going to go in and shade this little swirly or squiggly confetti here. I'm going to go right along this edge because I think that it looks like it's behind this cup a little bit. And then I'm also going to do a little shadow there and over here. I really just sort of throw them where I think they fit. I don't have a designated spot where I'm like, okay, that needs a shadow. I just think, oh, that looks like it could have a shadow there. And then I put it on. So I'm also going to add a little line royal blue there and there. So now the next part of shading is that I'm going to shade this pink confetti piece right here. So I'm going to use 12 or coral red like I did earlier, except this time it's for shading. And I'm just going to go right along the edge there. And that's it for that shading part. Now, for the final bit of shading, I'm going to take 49 and I'm going to color in just a little tiny bit of this one right here. And that's it. That's how you draw, color, and shade a confetti emoji. I really hope you enjoyed this video as much as I did, because I really enjoyed it a lot. I mean, I love confetti and I love all the colors here, especially the blues. They're awesome. So, I'm sure you did great. And if you would like to show me a picture of your drawing, and I would love to see them. I love seeing all your amazing drawings and artwork. You can ask your parent or teacher to email me a picture to jossaskidsdraw@yahoo.com. Also, include in the email what's your favorite color. Mine is blue, like I said in the video, but I want to know what yours is. So, if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and press the subscribe button if you haven't already, and share this video with your friends and family so that they can celebrate with this awesome confetti emoji drawing. And if yours doesn't look like mine, that's fine. Being unique is great. Plus, as long as you had fun, that's what matters most. And confetti doesn't land the same way. No confetti looks the same. So don't worry at all. And remember, practice makes perfect. So make sure you check out last week's video, how to draw Mrs. Claus. And stay tuned for more amazing drawing videos coming your way. So I'll see you guys later. So keep on drawing till then. Bye!